What's going on, everybody? We have some pretty juicy news here. In a recent leak that Modern Warzone dropped on October 28th, Battlefield will be dropping their BR. So I believe that's about 18 days away from their initial release date, which is October 10th. So this is going to be some interesting stuff. They're actually going to be dropping their BR before BO7 drops, and it's going to make for a very, very interesting holiday season. And so there are tons of gameplay already out there right now. The leaks are out, like they're just everywhere. So if you guys want to see the gameplay, you can just look it up. You can Google it. I'm sure you could find it anywhere. It's basically everywhere right now. And it seems to be almost kind of some kind of marketing thing right now, because it doesn't seem like they're taking down a lot. They are probably taking down some, but they're letting it kind of fly out there. And I think that they're getting people prepped and prepared to say, hey, this is basically a finished product and we are ready to ship it out in a month. And then just kind of probably go from there. I'm sure it'll be more of like a beta form, and hopefully they'll have updates going forward with it pretty actively. At least that's what I would hope, right? We'd kind of see more of like a Fortnite kind of release to it. They'll add more to it, whether they need to update guns or POIs and stuff like that. That's what I would love to see from a BR. I wouldn't like to see them just drop it and be like, this is a finished product. I think that the one thing about BR that makes it so great is that they can keep tinkering and messing with it and updating it. So to see what they do with their after launch too will be very important. But for right now, that we have their release date as October 28th, which is going to be super cool. I think that it'll definitely throw a wrench in what Call of Duty has planned. So usually Call of Duty will wait the next season for their integration. I don't really necessarily see them moving it up, but I could definitely tell you that they're going to try and probably do something a little bit more meaty with their first season. I don't know exactly what it's going to be. They'll probably drop a rebirth map or something like that to probably try and get people back. They'll definitely try and drop something special. And I can probably only see it being a map. Apart from maybe blowing up all of entire Verdansk in another crazy event besides something like that. But this is all very exciting. I think it's happening a lot faster than a lot of people thought. I thought that maybe Battlefield would maybe drop it kind of almost similar to how Warzone dropped in their original 2020 drop when they first added it to Call of Duty. I was assuming maybe it would have been something like, okay, well, we dropped the game in October and we let it breathe. Right? We let it be its own thing. We let people enjoy Battlefield who enjoy Battlefield, and you play Battlefield if you like Battlefield. And then I was thinking maybe in the spring for, I don't know, maybe their quarterly numbers or something like that to kind of give it another boost, another energy, that they would drop their more polished, finished version of Battle Royale. And they would make it basically another game dropping at that point, because it's a whole new mode. It's a whole new experience than Battlefield is. It's a BR. It's going to be their new introduction to it after Firestorm, which was not very good, but it's a Firestorm 2.0 at this point, so we're hoping it can at least be better than that. But that doesn't seem to be the case, which is, in my opinion, I like it. I like it because I can play it sooner, right? I want to play it now. I'm kind of getting bored of Warzone. I think we all kind of are to an extent. I think we all just need a breath of fresh air. I think a lot of us do, and I think this game is exactly what everyone's been waiting for. I think there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of potential behind it, which is also why I think it could be bad that they dropped this early. I don't know if it's going to be fully polished, if it's really going to be ready. But I guess we're just going to have to wait and see, and we won't have to wait long. I mean, we're only going to have to wait about a month until the game comes out, and then another month and a half, basically, until the game comes out. So it's really not long. It'll happen before we know it. And then we're going to have to see what the game looks like. I, for one, am very excited. I love BR. I think that EA is going to do a good job. If they can make it, I mean, they already have a successful Apex. They kind of have a good formula over there. So it might be that little, I don't want to speculate exactly what it's going to be like, but I'm excited. I think that a lot of us are. I think it's going to be a good introduction to the genre. They didn't hit it on the mark the first time, but I think that this time around, I think they're doing it right. I think that they actually took their time. I think that they're really putting in some care to it. And like I said before, they already have major full gameplay leaks. So I can't show it on the channel because it'll get striked. It'll get taken down real quick by EA. They're trying to keep it off the internet, I think. I don't know exactly, because if you go to Twitter and you go to Reddit, you can see it all over the place. They're not being so strict on it, but you can definitely see it. So I would definitely implore, if you guys are interested and you guys want to see what the gameplay, what the guns look like, what the map looks like, It's all out there for you to really check out and really kind of get a good deep dive. And especially if it's coming out soon, what you're seeing there is what you're going to see in the game. So whether this is a fully polished game or it's going to be in a beta stage of, you know, there might be a lot of bugs and they're going to be quickly actively fixing on it, will remain to be seen. But what you're going to see there is basically what you're going to see when they drop the game. So definitely go check it out. Maybe if I find a link, I'll drop it down below and you guys can go check it out for yourself. They are essentially going all in on this launch. I mean, they're not giving their game time to breathe. They're not giving any time for Call of Duty to be like, okay, now it's our turn. Now you go, and then we go again. It is Battlefield, 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 and then it'll be Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty. And then we'll see kind of who wins at the end of it all. Obviously, this is great for competition, but I think Battlefield not being scared says a lot. It says, hey, we trust our product. We believe in our devs. We believe in the game that we have, and we are not afraid to put everything out in front, right in front of you. I mean, it'll be interesting because they might split the player base. We're going to see, though. I mean, it's two schools of thought, right? Is it going to hurt the multiplayer launch, their premium launch, if they add on their battle royale too early? Because then, you know, they're splitting the player base, you know, but it also could be more of like they got to strike while the iron's hot. If everybody is playing their game and everybody really likes it and a lot of people want to stay on it, why not just add something else that they can play? And if it's going great, it's going great. And it could hurt them or it could really, really pay off dividends for them. So that'll be something to look forward to. And in the end of it all, we're going to really see what exactly Call of Duty has to say in reaction to it and what they're actually going to ultimately do, because we won't see their Warzone effectively until like December when season 1 of BO7 drops. So there's a lot of stuff going on. They're putting the pressure on Call of Duty, which is always good for competitiveness. I think at the end of the day, if both of these games make each other better and we get a great finished product, I think we are all winning at the end of the day. So this is really awesome to see. I'm excited. I cannot wait to play everything coming up so soon. It is coming up so fast. Other than that, guys, I think that's really all that I have for you guys today. I appreciate you guys checking me out. If you guys wouldn't mind leaving a like, subscribing, keep those post notifications on so you don't miss any more news breaks like this one. I appreciate you. Catch you guys in the next one.